welcome to more thrilling coverage of the 2014 Audi RA LMS Cup from Malaysia's Formula One racetrack here in Sepang, where local favorite Alex Young will be keen to extend his lead at the top of the standings in front of his home fans. Coming up in the show, we will find out exactly what motorsports mean to people here in Malaysia, and we will check out how the Cup's new weight ballast element is likely to affect the drivers around this track. And we will take a look at how the open data policy in this series allows new drivers to learn from the best. First though, let's check out some sights and sounds from here in Malaysia. Heading to Malaysia, the Cup has been fiercely competitive, with 7 different drivers standing on the podium across the 4 races so far. But 2 drivers have emerged at the top of the standings, 1 man and 1 woman.
Alex Young is arguably the most experienced driver in the field. This year, he's added more consistency to what had been a roller coaster year in 2013. A solid drive in the opening race of the year had him pushing Adley Fong hard for second. Though he couldn't get by, he finished on the podium. The next race was even better for the Malaysian. He used his push-to-pass button to defend his pole position at the start. Marchi Lee did briefly find a way past Young, but no sooner had he done so, Young retook the lead and held on for his first win of the season. On to Japan, and round 3 saw Alex's only hiccup of the year so far. He was running second after a great start, but this 4-car crash forced Young to retire without collecting any more points. But it was business as usual in round 4, with Young passing Marchi Lee early on for second before besting Andre Couto to take the lead. From then on, it was plain sailing for Young's second win of the season, and he also regained the series lead. Just 5 points behind on 60 is Swiss driver Rahel Frey, who hasn't finished outside the top 4 all year. A solid drive in the series opener saw her twice get the best of Daryl O'Young, and she finished just outside the podium positions. In round 2, she showed one of the moves of the year so far, using her push-to-pass to take second place from Marchi Lee. She escaped an action-packed round 3 relatively unscathed with a 4th place finish, before finishing second in round 4 after Lee and Andre Couto took each other out just ahead. Frankie Chung stands in 3rd overall, and he'll be looking to build on his good start. He won the first race of the season after leading from start to finish, but a 4th place finish is the best he's managed in the 3 races since then. And in what's quickly becoming the most competitive season in the Cup's short history, the next 4 drivers are separated by just 5 points. Reigning champion Adley Fong is 4th with 39 points and is still trying to make his mark on the season. Sandwiched between a 2nd place in round 1 and another podium spot in round 3, he spun out after contact with fellow Hong Kong driver Matt Solomon and was forced to retire in round 2. Tied on 35 points are 2012 champ Marchi Lee and Korean driver KOU. Marchi had podium finishes in both rounds 2 and 3, but has yet to regain his winning form and crashed out in the 2nd race in Japan. KO, though, has been showing his best form yet, despite a retirement in the season opener. An emotional 4th place at home in Korea in round 2 after starting from the back of the grid was followed by his first top 3 finish in the Cup this year in round 4 in Japan. Rounding out the top 7 is talented Macanese driver Andre Couto, who's had some bad luck this year, being taken out of 2 races. But he did win the 3rd race of the year, and he'll be looking to make his way up the standings here in Malaysia.
2 of the drivers in the series hail from this part of the world. One of them, Alex Young, has driven in Formula One and is a sporting legend here in Malaysia. The other one, Ashraf Deval, is one of the Cup's amateurs, known as gentleman drivers, but he's just as keen to embrace his Malaysian roots. Let's find out more.
Motorsports in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s in Malaysia was very, very strong. I think once Sepang came about, it kind of sort of dip a bit because all the concentration was on Formula One. But it's suddenly picked up again, you know, a lot more racing is coming to Malaysia. Audi coming there has done a lot as well. A lot of good drivers coming through as well. So motorsports is again it's on the rise. When I did A1GP in Malaysia, it was very special. You know, the crowds were so big. And it was nice, you know, even though over the sound of the car, you could hear them cheering in the grandstands, which was such a rush. And so when we came here with the LMS Cup last year, it was really nice because a lot of people came out and cheered, little T-shirts made and stuff. So I was very humbled by it, you know, I appreciate it very much. Winning is still very important to me. And I still want to win the championship this year. I love to race, but it's not so much about that as well, you know, it's about the community as well, helping to grow the sport. I'm a director in the Motorsports Association of Malaysia, so we do try and concentrate on grassroots racing as well. So it's more like trying to grow the cottage industry in Malaysia is for me more important.
The other Malaysian driver in the Cup is Ashraf Dewal, one of a handful of keen amateurs or gentleman drivers who are an integral part of the Cup. He's equally proud of his heritage and even races for Team Visit Malaysia.
2014 is a very special year for Malaysia. It is Visit Malaysia year. And by doing so, it's about promoting Malaysia, its destinations, its very unique culture. We studied many different series and we felt that the Audi R8 LMS Cup series was the best for Team Visit Malaysia. Sure, I mean, we have open data not only about the drivers, but the setup of our car. But I think what differentiates it even a little bit better is the fact that it's an incredibly friendly environment. But at the same time, we have very hard driving and hard racing. So it's a very good mixture of both. No, I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him, but now I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I had to do that. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. I think Ashraf and we actually won the 12-hour race last year, the Merdeka race, so we know each other very well.
Yeah.
It's a very friendly, I mean, there's a definite rivalry, but it's very much we all want to see each other do well and drive better and better and better, so we're very open about it.
I think we're both looking forward to racing in Sepang. But I think more importantly, I think we both want to win our respective categories.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't have a day job. My day job is racing cars. Ashraf actually has a day job. So, I mean, it's our hometown. I know the track very well. I won the races last year there. I know Ashraf is also quite handy around there as well. So hopefully we can both win our classes.
The drivers in the Audi R8 LMS Cup race on some of the best circuits in Asia. But this year, they have several new features to contend with. One of those is the weight balance element, which sees the top 3 drivers in each race receive additional weight in their car for the next race.
지금 제 차의 웨이트는 20kg를 달게 돼 있습니다.
Not heavy. I will have 40 kilos in my car for around 5 here in Malaysia. So I think this is going to be a challenge. This extra 40 kilo feels like this. Wherever we have hard braking, for sure, the weight is pushing you. So there you have to take care about brakes and tires.
Well, for round 5, I'm going to have 60 kilograms in the car. That extra weight is going to make the car maybe 7-8 tenths of a second a lap slower. It's going to make it quite tough on the brakes and the tires. I think the fast, long sweeping corners, turns 5 and 6, 7 and 8, it's going to be very tricky. 60 kilos feels like this.
Now let's get straight to the action from the first race of the weekend.
Round 5 here at Sepang is just about to start, and Andre Couto leads the field from Alex Young, Frankie Chen, Adley Fong, March Lee, Rahul Fry, Sun Jun fill the top 7 places. Leading the pack at the back are Alex Au, Ashraf Dewal, KOU, Jeffrey Lee, Stephen Lin, and Jackie Young and Vignessa Morthy are at the back. The track here at Sepang, there's 15 turns and it's 5.5 kilometres with 2 long straights, and then they wind their way around this F1 track. And it's race time here in Sepang. And can Alex Young, with that extra 60 kilograms, get past Andre Couto? Couto is in the lead. Frankie Chen and Marchi Lee are now sizing up Alex Young down the left-hand side. So they're coming down into turn one. And Couto takes lead. Alex Young just squeezes into second place. That's going to hold up the rest of the field. So Andre Couto now has to put his foot right down on the hammer and make some space between himself and Alex Young. So they come now through turns two. And Alex Young second place. Adley Fung's all over. Marchi Lee's now trying to get past as well. Frankie Chen coming down. Marchi Lee having to move on. Adley Fung down at turn 15. He's got the inside line. He's trying to push his way through. Again, Marchi Lee's past Adley Fung now. Sun Jun tries his arm against Adley Fung, takes the inside line here at turn one. And succeeds. He's now past Adley Fung. So it's second place, Alex Young. Third, Frankie Chen. Fourth is Marchi Lee. Frankie desperately trying to get past Alex Young. He knows Alex has got 60 kgs more than himself. He needs to cruise on by to get near the leader, Andre Couto. Now here's Frankie. He's trying to do a good manoeuvre on Alex Young. He's going to try and cut down on the inside. Looks like it's going to be a little bit closer. Oh, that's really naughty there by Frankie Chen. That is deliberate contact on Alex Young. He could receive a drive-through penalty for that illegal manoeuvre. And here is Marchi Lee looking to size up Frankie Chen here. He goes wide at Langkawi. Can he get past here, Frankie? Frankie's just got the track position just right. Now coming into Genting, this fast left-right-hander, turn 6 and 7. Marchi Lee is all over Frankie Chen's spoiler, but just can't manage to get close enough for a overtaking manoeuvre, even with his push to pass. And Sun Jun there in the back just overstepped the mark and has gone wide. So down to turn 14, Marchi Lee on the inside of Frankie Chen. This could be the manoeuvre to get one ahead. Marchi Lee now, Frankie goes wide. Marchi slows the car down, slams the door in Frankie's face there. Frankie's not getting past. That's good driving by Marchi Lee. Made the position, protected it round that turn. Adley Fung with Sun Jun there having a royal battle through these 15 laps here at Sepang. Now Adley Fung's got the inside line coming through Genting going into turn 7. Can he keep the momentum? Yes, he does. Adley Fung goes up one place and overtakes Sun Jun. Coming down KOU. Matt Solomon's behind with Alex Young. Here comes KOU coming down to turn 1. Oh, he's just got in a little bit of trouble. You can see his hands just waving there with the steering wheel. He's fighting it. Now Sun Jun retakes his place from Adley Fung. Adley's not going to have that. He comes up on the inside. Sun Jun just blocks him. Now, can Adley do the same thing through Genting going into turn 7, but Sun Jun's just got enough position. Here comes Aidan Wright now, coming into turn 14. Aidan Wright really pressurising Rahul Fry. Can he make this push to pass count along this long back straight? Andre Couto turns now nicely into turn 15. He's way ahead. He's controlled his pace very well over these 15 laps. So Couto leads from Marchi Lee, and third there is Sun Jun from Adley Fung. Rahul Fry. Oh, Aidan Wright's just got it all wrong there. Lost traction around that hairpin turn going into turn 1, and is now going to lose position with KOU, and Matt Solomon goes past him as well. And Frankie Chen has a drive-through penalty on that little manoeuvre with Alex Young earlier on. And KOU again goes wide around the corner, and that opens up the door for Matt Solomon. Matt Solomon goes past, and Aidan Wright now must be thinking he can get past him. And that does look terminal for Adley Fung there. The car looks a little bit sick. Oh, and again, KOU just clips Matt Solomon there. That's more accidental than intentional. Can Aidan Wright find a way past KOU in the final stages of this Audi R8 LMS Cup here at Sepang? Aidan Wright's all over KOU. He goes wide. Can KOU protect his position? Just manages to keep Aidan Wright out on the outside of the track there. And Andre Couto coasting away. He's about 8 seconds in the lead from Marchi Lee. Here he comes. Andre Couto has led from start to finish and wins round 5 of the Audi R8 LMS Cup here at Sepang. Second is Marchi Lee. Third is Sun Jun. Rahul Fry's finished 4th. And here's a real battle for 5th. Aidan Wright is sizing up KOU on the last corner. Can he undertake the South Korean? He's got 200 metres to go. Aidan Wright's in a real fight here. It's a drag race for 5th place. Can Aidan Wright do it? That's going to be a photo, and Aidan Wright's beaten KOU. KOU finishes 6th. Aidan Wright is 5th.
It was a very smooth race for you. Was it as comfortable as it looked?
Not comfortable. With Sepang is always a hard track, and the weather is very hot, so you always have to focus very, very much. You even when you are in the lead, comfortable, the mindset must be focused.
In the car, it's very good fun, but it's very hot.
Also in the amateur competition, Stephen Lin made Brothers Racing Team have a great day by winning round 5 here at Sepang, with Massimo Vignali and Ashraf Deval filling the podium. Back to the professional race, and Andre Couto wins from Mark Lee and Sun Jun. A great 4th by Rahul Fry. She now leads the overall title going into Sunday's race. And in the amateur title, just confirmation that Stephen Lin won from Massimo Vignali, Ashraf Deval, and Vignesa Morthy was the last one to finish the whole race.
One of the Cup's distinctive feature is its open data policy, through which each driver can analyze race data with their engineers and mechanics, compare their performance against the field, and find out exactly what they need to work on to maximize their performance. Now let's find out what the drivers think about this unique learning process.
It's the first championship where I've contested in where data is open between all the contesting drivers. I think it helps everyone, more especially the gentleman drivers.
I particularly look for the gas timing and also the bottom speed of the corner. So when I know how the professional do, for example, I do the gas later than them, then after I see the data I can do earlier because they do early, then I apply them on the next practice.
Open data means every driver can see from every driver not only the inboard camera where he can improve his driving, but he can see also the data, so he sees immediately where he's losing on braking, where he's too late on the throttle. But also, which is very unique, we have the setup which is open. So normally there's always some little tweaks where one driver tries to find more than the others. But yeah, it's open, so if one driver says, maybe it works for me, he says, I want to have the same as him, he gets the same and he can drive.
Yeah, normally I drive single-seaters. So mainly I'm looking for the difference between single-seaters and GT cars and how it can better make that switch so that it's not a huge gap. So I look for braking points because the braking points between a single-seater car and the GT car are quite different. Looking for cornering speeds and how you take some of the faster corners in comparison to a single-seater.
Alex Young is on average about 3 to 4 seconds faster than me, and Ashworth is about 1 second faster. And both drivers I can learn from them. Okay, it's not particular which one is good or bad. It's that I have to improve myself.
I ask guys like Adderley, Marchi, Alex, and Andre, and all these guys to just get an idea of how it would be. How different it is to driving a GT3 car and what I need to, specific things I need to know. It's been really helpful, and I thank all the guys that have given me the tips.
20 years ago we didn't have stuff like this. Most of the kids now are good and they've started racing at a really early age, so jumping into the Audi is not the first time racing for them, and they're able to get up to speed really quickly. Track position and line is something you can't look at on the data, but the speed and everything else, the movement of the car, the way you're driving it, you can tell from data.
Well, the open data policy certainly helps all these drivers reach their potential on the track. Now let's go and check out all the action from round 6.
Here's the starting positions for round 6. Andre Couto has the extra 60 kgs, but is in P1, followed by Mark Lee, Alex Young, Frankie Chen and Adley Fong. In the amateur title, Stephen Lin starts in P15 from Ashraf Deval and Massimo Vignali. And it's race time in Sepang. Now can Andre Couto, he's got the heaviest car in the field. Can he keep these cars at bay behind him? Frankie Chen and Alex Young got no weight and they've breezed past Mark Lee going in the first turn. Couto is under attack from Frankie Chen and Alex Young. Frankie's finally got past Andre Couto, so Frankie Chen is in the lead. There's Rahul Fry, she manages to get past Adley Fung. They're having a real battle around this track. And now Sun Jun attacks Jeffrey Lee on the inside. Sun Jun jumps up a place, but Jeffrey Lee is going to try and cut him. No, he's going to go the long way around, trying to get the inside line for turn number 2. Has Sun Jun just got enough there? Oh, Jeffrey Lee, he shouldn't have done that. He didn't have the space to be where he was, and Sun Jun pays the penalty. So Alex Young is in second place. Here goes March Lee, comes on the inside, but Kuto's got the momentum. He's probably using a push to pass to make sure that he's in front of March Lee coming out of turn 15 there. March Lee is still having another crack. Is he going to cut in? Andre Kuto just drifts wide to make sure it's much harder for March Lee. And that's another good piece of driving, magnificent piece of driving by Andre Kuto. Here's Aidan Wright with KOU. KOU takes him through Genting. And KOU makes sure that move sticks. Ali Fong has a jump on Zhang. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he does. Rahul Fry's trying to make a move on March Lee. Zhang's trying to make a move on Adley Fong. They're all over the place here at the track. March Lee hugs that inside corner. Rahul Fry can do nothing about that. Adley Fong, the 2013 champion, is not going to give out without a fight, but Zhang's got the inside line. Frankie Chen now has got less than a kilometre to go between himself and victory here at Sepang. Alex Young looks set for second with Andre Kuto. And Frankie Chen wins round 6 of the Audi R8 LMS Cup.
It was quite lucky for me that I'm able to get already P2 after corner 1. And I think that was the key to win this race.
I think I must have damaged my tires in the race yesterday because the rear left, this one here, was completely gone.
And just to recap the amateur race, Stephen Lin had another win double here at Sepang, winning both races at this Formula 1 track. So here are the overall standings going into Shanghai. Alex Young leads Rahul Fry by 2 points. Frankie Chen and Andre Kuto are all within 9 points of the leader. March Lee is in 5th with KOU, with Adley Fong Sun Jun filling the top 8.
Another great race weekend comes to a close with the wins of Andre Kuto and Frankie Chen. But the main story is that Alex Young extends his lead in the championship in front of his home fans here in Malaysia. We've just had news that the Cup's season finale will now be in Abu Dhabi. But before that, we will see you all soon in Shanghai. Bye.